Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again with another G.I. Joe action figure review. In this episode, we're taking a look at the GIJoeClub.com exclusive figure subscription service, Wave 7. This is figure 7. This is Budo. Very cool looking figure. So this is based on the vintage release of the figure from the original line, and I'm really excited about this figure because the original Budo was one of my all-time favorite Joes once he came out. I've always had kind of a thing for the sword and sorcery kind of stuff here. So when the figure came out, it was just a really good fit. He had the cool kind of armor feel going on and some cool swords, and he wasn't just another ninja. So it was kind of cool to me, so it ended up kind of sticking with me, and I used that figure a lot in my own little battles around the house and things like that. So anyways, I was really glad to see this figure coming out, especially since the only other Budo figure we got in the new modern line was a version of him from the Retaliation set, the movie line of figures, and it was nowhere near what I was hoping for with a Budo. It was essentially unrecognizable. So anyways, I was glad that they came out and finally got us a vintage version of the figure in his classic gear. So anyways, it comes on this nice cool art card thing here. I love the artwork on this thing. Flipping it over to the back, we have the artwork itself blown up again, the Wave 7 figure 7, and the actual file card itself, which you can go ahead and pause right now if you'd like to read through that. And we're just going to go ahead and open this guy up and see if he lives up to my expectations, which is going to be kind of hard because, again, that was a really great classic figure. And while, yes, a lot of you are going to be saying it's a samurai figure, it doesn't fit in with the G.I. Joe universe, I can understand that. At the same time, I don't know, it just works for me. So everybody has their own take on their own Joe universe, which is the great part about it. So feel free to leave comments down below and let us know what you think about that particular concept. Is there a place for these slightly different modern action figures in the G.I. Joe universe, or are you more the actual, modern warfare kind of thing? But anyways, let's zoom in real quick and take a look, see what we got. Okay, so we do have a little bit of tape holding things on, so we're going to go ahead and just cut that off real quick. We've got the size on the side. We got the Tanto, however you want to pronounce that. The cool katana, and that looks like all of the tape. So we'll start with the cool katana. Very nice looking sword there. It's a slightly different version than we've seen in the past, so cool. The short sword, we have the two sais here on the side, which I evidently didn't do a good job of cutting the tape off of. So let's go back and try that again. There we go. Two sais. Then we got the actual figure itself. See how we can get this out. We'll start with the feet here. The figure itself and the battle stand. Very nice looking so far. Let's start with the battle stand like we normally do and just get it out of the way. Standard 25th anniversary released figure stand here. The nice raised G.I. Joe logo, 2 foot pegs, and the code name at the front, Budo. Very nice. Weapons wise, we have the two sais, which are pretty much the same as we've seen in previous releases of figures. Nothing extremely special about these things. I do like the fact that they did color the handle. It's got some nice detail work, and then you've got the silver there, so it looks really good. You got two of those. We've got the short sword here. Got a nice red handle on it, nice silver blade, and this thing tied around the actual blade itself, the ribbon or whatever it is there. It's nice contrasting colors here, the red, silver, and black, so good job there. We've got the mirror image and the long katana. Looks very nice, very cool looking. And that's pretty much it weapons-wise. We do have this crazy helmet that I don't know if it comes off easy or not. It does not come off easy. So that's a little bit disappointing. The original vintage figures helmet was removable, and this one looks like it's just glued on there. It's kind of a large helmet as well, and it looks a little weird, to be honest with you. It's got some really amazing details on it though, so we'll take a look at that real quick. Some nice kind of chainmail stuff on the bottom, some very nice details in this red part up here, and this cool headdress thing that's going on. The head sculpt itself is a little bit lacking in my opinion, but it does the job and it looks fairly decent. I'm just really slightly disappointed that the helmet doesn't come off easy. The head pops off pretty easy though, so I don't know. There we go anyways. Looking at the rest of the figure, we've got some really cool armor, some really nice detail work going on here. Very nice looking. And then we've got kind of a reuse of some of the ninja temple guardians for the rest of that, but you know, all in all, it looks pretty good here. They did a good job with the sculpting. Looks pretty nice, to be honest with you. Articulation wise, let's go ahead and just jump into that. The head does spin 360 degrees, even though he's got that crazy helmet on there. Plenty of up and down motion as well. We've got the standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joint. Not really hampered by this crazy armor at all. Ball and swivel at the elbow joint. And we have a swivel and a rocker at the wrist. So that's really nice as well. Very cool looking. We have the standard chest twist and ab crunch feature is engaged there, so pretty nice. It's not really hampered by his cool armor there at all. Standard T-hook at the waist and hips. No mobility limitations there whatsoever. Double knee joints and standard, well, you've got the front and back, and you have this crazy rocker system swivelly thing that kind of lets it go all over the place here. So little extra articulation there in the legs there, the feet. But all in all, very nice articulation, no problems whatsoever. So let's go ahead and get this guy geared up. He has room on his side for, looks like just one sword. I guess technically we could probably shove both of them in here if you start them separately, so you can get two swords in there. And then he's got free hands for his two sais. So officially he has the ability of carrying all of his weapons. So he gets extra bonus points for that ability. Not everybody is so luxurious and has that luxury of being able to do that. So all in all, it definitely works for what it's meant to be. I am just a little disappointed overall. The helmet is the biggest issue for me right now. I really hate the fact that that helmet doesn't come off. And it is extremely oversized and just kind of looks goofy there. I guess it is more traditional for the samurai kind of stuff. So it definitely works in that regard. But Comparing it to the original vintage release, this one is not up to par. I do like some of the armor, but all in all, it's just a little bit lacking. And I understand they were trying to kind of save money and reuse some existing parts and things like that. And, you know, overall, they did a good job with that, and it definitely has the same vibe, but doesn't quite hit the mark, to be honest with you. My biggest complaint, I would probably say, other than the helmet, the accessories. The original figure came with similar weapons, I would say. He had a sai that fit in his backpack. He had a sword that fit in his backpack. And he had another sword that actually attached to a peg on his side. We don't get that extra luxury here, so... And you don't get a backpack, so... But I guess it works, so... Yeah, it's not quite up to what I was hoping for, but it comes pretty close, so I'll give it an extra point for coming pretty close. So I don't know, that's pretty much the figure. That is Budo in his vintage release costume. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below and let us know what you think of this figure. Did Budo live up to your expectations, or did you have something that you don't quite agree with, or suggestions on making a better Budo? I don't know. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and until next time, Yo Joe!